Hi everyone, it's Alia, and I have some fun little journals to share with you today. I have made 3 journals that I'm calling my Skinny Minis because, as you can see, they are skinny and mini. But there's 3 different styles here that I have. The base of them, let's see if I can get them all in frame at one time, are all the same. So they measure 3 inches across and 6 inches wide. No, sorry. 3 inches wide and 6 inches tall, because they were 6 by 6 papers that I folded in half to make the journals. And so the construction of all of them are pretty much the same, meaning like the page numbers and the types of papers I use, they're all very similar. However, this one is like the bare minimum. There's no pockets in it, no tuck spots. This one here is perfect for somebody who is going to journal in it and not really have too much things that needs to be tucked away. Granted, you can always clip things in, but there are no pockets that I put in, and there's no tuck spots that I added. So this is like the basic journal. And I'll go into each one of them in detail, but I'm just going to kind of give you a rundown of them first. So this is that one. Then the next one is this one. And it does have the tuck spots and pockets in it, but it's bare. There's nothing in the pockets or the tuck spots. And then this one here is the Chunky Monkey. So it does have the tuck spots, it does have the pockets, and it has things that are inside of them. So let's go through one by one. So we'll start with this one. And this here I put on a sticker on the front because I just kind of like the way this looked with this paper collection, or I shouldn't say that, the cover. And for the closure, I just used some, I don't remember what this is called, bias tape maybe? I'm not sure. But it's like this, and then I knotted the ends, and then that comes right off. And the covers on all of them, it's just one sheet of the pattern paper, so they're not thick covers. See, they're just very what am I trying to say here? They're not paper thin, but they're not reinforced with any cardstock or any anything else like that. So it's only because I like the patterns on the inside as well as the outside. So if I back this with cardstock or something, then we wouldn't get to see these patterns on the inside, and the inside ones I love just as much as the outside. So basically, there's just a variety of different papers in here. As you can see, they're all tea-dyed. So we have like the printer paper, I have some tracing paper here, some of this, I think it's like ledger paper, and then I also did include a few sheets of pattern paper. And these are all, if I remember, yes, all 3 of them, all the papers are Tim Holtz. So, I mean, I'll just flip through this quickly because it's not decorated or anything. It's just basically a base journal. Perfect for daily memory keeping and journaling. So I have all these pages ready to journal in and take notes, write things down, all that good stuff. And then the end. So that is just the basic journal. Let me put that aside, and then we'll get into the second one. And this one It does, I didn't decorate the cover because I kind of like these guys just kind of hanging out. This one has the pockets, but it does not have anything in the pockets. So there is places to tuck things, and let me see. Let me get one of my new little things. So we have a pocket in the front here, and on this pocket I just decorated a little bit with some lace here, some of that trim that I got at Michael's. There's a little butterfly and some eyelash trim up there that looks kind of more like grass growing, blue grass. So there's that, and then same kind of papers, and then another tuck spot right here, and this is a little corner tuck, and there I've just added some lace, paper flower, and then I put a little glass, no, not glass, it's more like a plastic little gem, but they're really cute. I found them at, actually they're right here, I found them at the Dollar Tree, and let's see. They come in a couple different colors, but I mean, to add to journals, I think they're really fun. So we have blue, purple, there's a green, and I think pink, and maybe a yellow. But yeah, so those are fun that I found, and they, you know, you can stick them on wherever you want, or glue them on. So there's that. And we have another tuck spot here, so something large could tuck there because there's no restrictions on the bottom or the top. So you can just tuck something right in there. And here is another pocket here. And then here I have some of my, it's kind of like eyelash trim, but it's not the same as eyelash trim. Let me see, I have it right here. See, it's kind of like, sort of like eyelash trim, but not really. Because the eyelash trim, let me see what I have the orange one close to me, is like that fuzzy. It's really fuzzy. This one, it's different. And it's really cool, and I like it. And I saw Danny do this in one of her videos. Instead of using it like to tie in a tag, she used it just to, as a embellishment, sort of. That makes sense. So there's a little lace here. Under the lace, I do have a little strip of burlap ribbon that you can kind of see under there. So there's that. It's the middle of the signature. And another one of the same pockets there with the same trim. And here we have another tuck spot here, and I did run some of that same bias tape, ruffled it up and ran a stitch through it. And let's moving on. So again, another little corner tuck, and here's the butterfly. Oh, so those little jewels or gems or whatever they're called from the Dollar Tree, I got a pack of the flowers and then a pack of butterflies with the same colors, the purple, blue, pink, I think yellow and green. So there's that one, and I believe that is the end. So this one does have all the pockets and tuck spots. It just does not have anything in the pockets or tuck spots. And now for the fully dressed one. So this one, and because, I will put a little disclaimer, because this is just a single sheet of pattern paper, the cover is very soft. So just so you know, it's like a paperback cover, not a hardcover, which is completely fine too. So in the first page here, I've done a little pocket. On the bottom, let me bring it a little closer. On the bottom of the pocket, I have glue strings. Wonderful. Those come free with the book. So I have some of that trim that I got at Michael's and a nice little pink flower. And this lace right here, I don't know, I'm looking at in the camera, and you can't really see it, but it's actually pink. There's a pink tone to it. It's a really light pink, but it's nothing too strong of a pink, but there is a pink tint to it. So inside this one, we have, actually I can get rid of this one, put it back where it goes so I don't lose it. So I made a little tall, skinny tag, perfect for journaling, and you can actually do the same on the back. And then here is one of those little tags, and then I put some eyelash trim that Danny gifted to me right on the top. It goes right back in there. And just like the other ones, same types of pages. So here's another pocket, and I've started trying to leave my comfort zone a little bit when it comes to pockets. Normally pockets, tuck spots, everything like that are always flush to the corners of the pages or to the sides. Here I've done a pocket and I've moved it up. So there is space under here. It didn't go all the way to the bottom. It's like a mid-page pocket. So I just wanted to try something new. And I kind of like the way it looks. And then here I've made this little tag, and again with one of those little jewels, I don't know what you want to call it. So I made a little tag. I sewed coffee dyed paper on the front and on the back, and the one on the back is actually lined, which is nice because you can actually journal on that. And then here is one scrap of the paper, and on the back I glued the coffee dyed paper onto. And then those, oops, tuck right back inside there. Okay, and again with the same papers. And here, well, before I take the stuff out in the pocket, so I used just a part, an offcut of the paper, ripped the sides, and then inked them with walnut stain. And then this is also from the Dollar Tree, one of the, they look like metal stickers, but they're not. Obviously they're plastic, but they're made to look metal, and it's really pretty cool. And I like the way it went with this collection. And then of course Miss Bunny here, and on the back I've put a piece of coffee dyed paper and a little Tim Holtz butterfly, and this was from the snippets pack that I got from Barbara's store that I did my haul video on just recently. So that's on the back of that, and here is a cutout from the Tim Holtz paper collection, and it's pretty blank on the back so you can actually write. And then those get, maybe I should have her peeking over the top. There we go. Okay, some more of the same papers, and here's a corner tuck. So I bought another stamp, and I don't know if I showed that. So now I own two stamps, and this is my other stamp that I recently bought. I bought it from Michael's, and it's a little butterfly. So I stamped it on a tag that I made, and then on the top I have just some purple trim. It's blank on the back for journaling. And here's another cutout from the collection, and that is also pretty blank on the back, so you can write on the back of that one. And then that tucks back in there. And on this pocket here this is some of the, oh, that's not part of it. This is some of that lace, or the trim that I got, and I showed in my last Michael's haul, the one for 48 cents. This, oh no. There we go. This trim right here. So I use that to line the pocket, and then underneath, if you can see, there's a little bit of another lacy trim, and that's one of the ones that I got from the eBay store. Oh gosh. Mats and Lace, I think it is. I forget. But if you look back on some of my older videos, I do buy from them frequently. So here is the middle of the signature. And again, another corner tuck with a trim and the lace underneath. And here is a little die cut from Tim Holtz. It's blank on the back for journaling. And this is one of the cards that I got from Barbara's shop. The ones that I showed, let me just get them. These ones right here. So this, it was the perfect size to fit in these pockets. So I used this one, and I like this one because it has the lines that you can journal on, and then it's grid on the back, but you can still write on it. So I think that's perfect to go in here. Right, and moving on, same sorts of papers, and then another little corner side tuck, I don't know. When I did the same thing, I ripped around the edges and I distressed it with the walnut stain, put a little fake metal sticker down there, and so here, this is actually the blue trim, just like the gray one, and I used it to tie in there. And then here is another cut apart from the collection, and there's nothing on the back of that. Okay, and moving on, same papers, and another of these pockets that are a little ways up, and here I put some lace trim there, and then I also put a little flat back pearl there, just because it needed a little something. So I put that there. And just like the other pocket, it has a little sewn tag with a little jewel on top, the lined paper in the back, and the coffee dye paper on the back of this one. Okay. And this is the last pocket. So this one's a little layering here. I have some of the eyelash trim, a little cardboard butterfly, and then that pink tone lace underneath. And in the pocket, I used that little, not eyelash trim, but fun trim to tie in there. And then this is just offcut from the paper collection. And I like the back there because you still can journal right there. Whoops. So that tucks right back in there. And then that's the end. So those are my 3 little skinny minis. I hope you liked the walkthrough of them and just the different styles. They will be in my Etsy shop once this video is up, so the information will be in the description box below. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.